Hello students, welcome to this 11th lecture of the mechanical properties of the fluid. Now we will be proceeding the next part of this chapter. So now we will see the shape of liquid drops on a solid surface. So how does it work? What is the mechanism behind that? We will see now. When the small amount of liquid is dropped on a plain solid surface, the liquid will either spread on the surface or will form a droplet on the surface. So these will be two cases of this experiment. Now which phenomenon will occur depends on the surface tension of the liquid and angle of contact between the liquid and the solid surface. The surface tension between the liquid and air, as well as the that between the solid and the air, so we have to be taken in account. For this purpose we will consider, let theta be the angle of contact for given solid liquid pair. Means theta will be the angle of contact between the solid and the liquid pair. So the T1 is equal to force due to surface tension at the liquid solid interface. Means T1 will be the force due to the surface tension at the liquid solid interface. Now the T2 will be the force due to the surface tension at the air solid interface. So the T2 will be the interface between liquid and solid, and T2 will be the interface between the air and solid. So these two difference you have to point. Now T3 be the force due to the surface tension at the air and liquid interface. So these are the T1, T2 and T3 the considerations. Now as the force due to surface tension is the tangential to the surface in contact, directions of T1, T2 and T3 you can see in the diagram. Now for equilibrium of the drop, we can say that the T2 is equal to T1 plus T3 cos of theta. Now the value of cos theta can be calculated by the rearranging this equation. Cos theta is equal to T2 minus T1 upon T3. Now from this equation we can say we get the following cases, that the T2 is greater than the T1 and the T2 minus T1, the subtraction between the T2 minus T1 will be less than the T3. So you can guess that the relationship between the T1, T2 and the T3. Now cos theta is positive and the angle of contact theta is acute. So as you can see in the diagram, so now if T2 is less than T1 and the T1 minus T2 is less than T3, then the cos theta will be negative and the angle of contact theta will be obtuse, as you can see in the diagram. The students, we can say if T2 minus T1 is equal to T3 and the cos theta is equal to 1 and the theta is nearly equal to 0. So if T2 minus T1 is greater than the T3, so or you can consider as T2 is greater than the T1 plus T3, the cos theta will be greater than 1, which is impossible. Thus the liquid spreads over the solid surface and drop will not be formed. So this will be the condition happen in case of the obtuse angle, you can observe in the diagram. So now we will see the factors affecting the angle of contact. Now the value of angle of contact depends on the following factors. Means three factors are listed below, we will see them now. The first one is the nature of liquid and the solid in contact. So means what kind of liquid and the solids are going to come in contact will be affected on the factors angle of contact. So it will be depend on the whether that surface is rough or smooth. So this will be the affected on the angle of contact. Now the second factor we will discuss is impurity. Impurities present in the liquid change the angle of contact. Means suppose the liquid is having the impurity, then it will be change the angle of contact, as it will affect on the intermolecular forces from which that droplet or that particular liquid surface is going to form. So the impurity will be also affect the angle of contact. So it will be changed with the extent of impurity contained by that liquid. So this is the second factor. And the third factor is the temperature of the liquid. Now any increase in temperature of liquid decreases its angle of contact. Means it will be affected with the temperature. Means as the temperature will be increased, so there will be the degrees in its angle of contact. So this will be the adversely effect of temperature over the angle of contact. Now for a given solid liquid surface, the angle of contact is constant at the given temperature, means it will be constant at the given temperature. So these are the three factors which are affected over the angle of contact. Now students, these three contacts we will just revise one more time for your better understanding. The first one is the nature of liquid and the solid in contact, means the liquid, what is the intermolecular forces of liquid and what kind of liquid we are using, and the solid means whether it is too rough or smooth, that will be also affected. Thus the nature of liquid and the solid will be affected on the angle of contact. And the second one is impurity. The impurity present in the liquid change the angle of contact, mean as the amount of impurity will be present, so the intermolecular forces and the surface tension will be also changed. So the impurity present in the liquid will be changed. And the last but not the least, the temperature of liquid. So temperature will be also affected on the angle of contact. So as there will be increase in temperature there of the liquid, there will be decrease in angle of contact, means warmer the liquid, so there will be the, in that extent there will be the decrease in the angle of contact. Now students, will be see the table for which the angle of contact is given. So we will see one by one. So first one is the pure water and the clean glass. When there will be the contact between the pure water and the clean glass, so the angle of contact between them will be the 0 degree, means there will not be form any angle of contact we can get from this angle of contact. And the second one is the chloroform with the clean glass. Now we are going to consider the angle of contact between the chloroform and the clean glass, so there will be also not affected. So the angle of contact between the chloroform and the clean glass, it will be also 0 degree. Now third one is the organic liquid with the clean glass. Now we are going to see the angle of contact between the organic liquid and the clean glass. So it will be also 0 degree, as there will not be any deviation of that surface of that organic liquid with the clean glass. So it will be the 0 degree. And after that, ether and the clean glass. So the angle of contact which will be formed between the ether and the clean glass when they will come in contact, so it will be the 16 degree. Now the fifth one is the kerosene with the clean glass. So the kerosene which will make the angle with the clean glass, it will be the 26 degree. And after that, the water with the paraffin. So when the water will be get in contact with the paraffin, so the angle of contact between them will be the 107 degree, which is higher than that of the other angle of contacts. Now the last one is the mercury with the clean glass. So the mercury will make the angle of contact with the clean glass will be the 140 degree. So these are the few angles that we have discussed, and this is the table which is important when you are solving the examples. Now we will see the effect of impurities. Impurities means whatever may be the dust particle which will be present over inside that liquid, and how does it affect on the angle of contact, whether it is increases or decreases. So we will see now. So first one is when the soluble substance such as the common salt, means the sodium chloride, is dissolved in water, the surface tension of the water increases. Means students, when the soluble substance such as the common salt, means basically which we are using into the domestic uses, when it is dissolved in the water, then the surface tension of that water surface will be increases. So this is the first effect of impurity, means the first substance which we have added into the fluid as the impurity, it is the salt, and thus it will increase the surface tension of that water. And the second one is when a sparingly soluble substance such as the phenol or a detergent is mixed with the water, the surface tension of the water decreases. Means students, when a sparingly soluble substance like a phenol or detergent is mixed with the water, means out of them which will mixed with the water, then the surface tension of the water will decreases. So as they makes that fluid very smooth, so the surface tension will be decreases. Now for example, they have given a detergent powder is mixed with the water to wash clothes, Due to this, the surface tension of water decreases and the water makes good contact with the fabric and is able to remove the tough stains. So this is the daily life example from which we can understand how the detergent will decrease the surface tension of the water due to its smoothness and the cleanliness of the water. That's why we are using to clean the cloths of in our daily use. So this is the effect of impurity. Now we will next effect that we will study now will be the effect of temperature. So students, this is the last one effect of impurity we will remain. So the last one, this is the point of effect of impurities we will discuss now. They have given that when insoluble impurity is added into water, means the type of dirt or the type of that substance which is insoluble in the water, when we add it into the water, then what will happen? The surface tension of the water decreases. So this is the third one. When the insoluble impurity will be added into the water, then the surface tension of that water will be decreases. Now when impurity get added to the liquid, the cohesive forces of that liquid decreases, which affects the angle of contact, and hence the shape of that meniscus it will affect over that. Now if a mercury gathers dust, then its surface tension is reduced. It does not form a spherical droplet unless the dust is completely removed. So this is the main reason behind the decreasing of surface tension when the insoluble impurity will be added into the water. Now we will see the effect of temperature. So temperature, as the temperature of that liquid will be goes on increasing, the surface tension will be decreasing. So for this purpose we will take one example that now we have seen that it is suggested, it has been advised that the new cotton fabric should be washed in the cold water. So in this case the water does not make good contact with the fabric due to the higher surface tension. Thus the fabric does not lose its color because of this. So this example will explain, has been demonstrated that the temperature is inversely proportional to the surface tension. As the temperature will goes on increasing, the surface tension will goes on decreasing. So this is the effect of temperature over the surface tension. Now we will see the one more point about that effect of temperature over the surface tension. Hot water is used to remove the tough stains on fabric because it's a lower surface tension. So as the surface tension will be lower, the stains will be removed very easily, as the surface tension will be goes on decreasing and the water will be get in contact with that cloth very smoothly. So the stains will be removed. Now in this case the molten copper or the molten cadmium, the surface tension increases with the increase in its temperature. Thus we can say that the surface tension of the liquid becomes zero at its critical temperature. So this is the conclusion we can conclude, as if you think about the effect of temperature over the surface tension. Now students, we will be seeing the excess pressure over the plain liquid surface. For that purpose we have assumed the diagram you can see. Now this diagram says the planar free surface of the liquid, means the surface is the plane, there is no any angle of contact. So in this case the resultant force due to the surface tensions, that is F bar T, on the molecule at B is 0. Thus the force F bar A itself decide the pressure, and the pressure at point A and the B will be the same. So this is the consideration that we have considered for this diagram. Now students, the next one point or the next one case we will see as the convex liquid surface. So as you can see in the diagram, the convex shape of the liquid, the surface of the liquid you can see in the figure, which is upper convex, means at the upside it is convex has been formed. Now in this case the resultant force due to this surface tension F bar T on the molecule B is vertically downward and adds up to that point. Now in downward direction force. So this develops the greater pressure at point B, and this is inside the liquid at the convex side of the meniscus. So the students, the pressure on the convex side, that is inside the liquid, is greater than that of the convex side outside the liquid. So this is the conclusion that we have found. So these are the two cases that we have discussed about the plane surface and the convex surface. Now the next remaining cases of the different surfaces we will see in the next video. Thank you so much, students.